So I wanted to show this BPS knife that I just got not too long ago. They make very affordable bushcraft style knives. It is full tang, high carbon steel, wood scales that come off, that has hex bolts on it. So you can take this apart. Comes with a quality leather sheath with a ferro rod. This is the B1 or BP1, something like that. I found this on Amazon, and at the time, the sale was like 25 bucks. And at that time, I was looking for a very affordable survival knife that I could recommend to people. I know a lot of people recommend Moras, and Moras are fantastic, but they're not full tang, not at that price point. You can't find a full tang $25 Mora. Well, checking back on these BPS knives, this particular one has gone up. Now it's like $35, $37 on Amazon. Still very affordable for this style of knife, but a little bit more expensive than originally I had planned. Now what's nice about it is, out of the box, it does have a sharpened spine. It is a Scandi style blade. Now anytime you purchase these budget knives, be prepared to do some sharpening with them. This one was not to the degree of sharpness that I like, so I went with ceramic stones and worked on it and got it to a really nice edge. I'm pretty happy with it. I also removed the scales and soaked those in boiled linseed oil. That helps protect the wood, and it gives it a nice finish and a nice color to it, but protects the wood. And then here's the leather sheath that it comes with. It's a very decent sheath. It holds that knife perfectly, and it came with a ferro rod. The only thing is, I always add a loop of elastic cord or bungee cord to my ferro rods. That way, when I put them in there, I can secure it, and then now it's not going to come out and I'm not going to lose it. Because as you start using your ferro rod, it's going to get smaller in diameter and it's going to start fitting loose in that slot. But decent ferro rod, it's not bad. And what's great about this sheath is, it is a dangler. I like dangler sheaths because it allows me to sit when I'm out in the woods, or if I get in my truck or something, this moves with me and doesn't get hung up or start poking into my sides. So for a $34, $35 knife on Amazon, the BPS Bushcraft Knife, I think, is a perfect choice. It definitely has that classic bushcraft style blade with a nice drop point. So like I said, the edge on this thing was not fantastic. It needed some work, and I think anytime you buy a budget knife, except for a Mora, you're going to have to spend some time getting the edge where you want it at. But it's totally possible if you practice and you know what you're doing. And I've got the edge just the way I like it. Seems to be doing a fine job. Just making some curls. It definitely has that kind of Condor bush lore look. I think Condor makes a knife that's very similar to this, which of course Condor got that from, I think, Ray Mears. I think that was the guy who really kind of made that style of knife, that bush lore style of knife, very popular. So, very capable, easy to control. Handle is, it's a little slick, but if you're wearing gloves or maybe if you wrap this in some hockey tape, you won't have any problems. It just kind of depends on what you like. Some people want super grippy handles. Some guys don't care because they're wearing gloves all the time. It just depends on what you like. So there we go. Nice fine curls, not a problem. Of course, the sheath, I mean, look at that. It's heavy duty. That's heavy. Look how thick that leather is for the belt loop and for the dangler. I mean, super thick. And it has a nice edging to it, edge coating on it. Stitching appears to be good. Now, I've had other BPS knives where the sheaths weren't as great, but they're always made well. But there was one that I had that the knife never fit in there properly. It was never tight enough. But this one, no issues whatsoever. And the other thing I like about this is the fact that you can take the scales off and customize it. So if you wanted to put different scales on it, maybe if you make your own micarta, you could do your own micarta scales. If you want to do different kind of wood, you could certainly do that. Or like I did, just take them off and soak them in some linseed oil. That way you can really kind of customize this knife how you like it without breaking the bank. So that question gets asked a lot. What is the best bushcraft knife on a budget to start with, or what's the best survival knife to start with to put in a kit? There are so many options out there. You can choose whatever you like. You can spend however much you want. Everybody has different opinions on what they like and what they don't like. But in my opinion, I always want a knife that is full tang, so that immediately eliminates most of the Moras, except for the more higher priced ones, like the Cans Bold and the Garberg, which are fantastic knives, but they're more expensive. And you know, that 4-inch sweet spot for a blade needs to be 4 inches or a little bit above to at least to be, in my mind, very usable. You can do a lot of tasks with it. The Scandi style blade is fantastic for woodworking,